Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to another edition of Orlando Attractions Magazine, the show. I'm Greg Hudson.
And I'm Jessica Steele-Allen.
And today's show is brought to you by the Kissimmee Convention and Visitors Bureau. If you're looking for fun things to do or great travel deals, go to visitkissimmee.com.
As always, we'll be bringing you the latest attractions, news, and information from around Central Florida today from our new studio. What do you think?
Doesn't this place look great? I'm really proud of this.
I am too.
It looks awesome.
It's amazing. There's so many cool things to look at.
And listen, guys, today we're highlighting stories from the Monster Jam at the Florida Citrus Bowl, an Orlando flash mob video,
Disney's Friends for Change project at Castaway Key,
and an update on Busch Gardens Cheetah Hunt roller coaster, Epcot's Flower Power lineup, and a whole lot more. Now, our first story, this is big.
Really big.
Right? Like 1,500 horsepower, 10,000 pound monster truck big. That's pretty big.
That's pretty big, and we are talking about the Monster Jam show.
And with names like Grinder, Gravedigger, the Eradicator, Stone Crusher, Mohawk Warrior, and El Toro Loco. That's where I had lunch yesterday. Anyway, you know something interesting is gonna happen.
This past weekend, 65,000 fans filled the Florida Citrus Bowl Stadium for a rockin', rollin', crashing, and cranking out good old time at the annual Monster Jam show.
And as one of Orlando's largest single-day stadium events, the show features monster trucks racing and jumping around dirt tracks, destroying cars, vans, buses, even motorhomes.
Monster truck legend Dennis Anderson, driver of Gravedigger, was the fan favorite. He's been doing this professionally for 29 years.
And Jess, here's an interesting side note for you. The only female driver at this event, her name's Candace Jolly. She drives Monster Mutt Dalmatian, and she went head-to-head in the quarterfinals with her fiance.
Oh,
yeah,
nice.
Man. His name is Neil Elliott, and he drives Maximum Destruction, and they're both Florida locals, and I won't say who won, but I will say that the better man came out on top and then slept on the couch later that night.
Oh my goodness, nice. Now, after the races came the freestyle competition where each truck gets 90 seconds to wow the crowd. This event is what the fans love to see.
And earlier in the week, our very own Samantha Sanders had a chance to interview the infamous Gravedigger himself, Dennis Anderson.
She also talked with Candace Jolly and climbed aboard, and we do mean climbed, for a ride in one of the monsters with Neil Elliott. Let's take a look.
So you're actually the only female in this event, right? Yes, I am. There's 4 of us that get to travel all over the world that drive, but here tonight I'll be the only female with all the boys.
So tell me about some of the features. There's a tongue here on the front, I see.
Yes, we've got the tongue that goes in and out, you've got the tail that wags, the ears that fly. It is really a cute truck. You know, I've had so many parents that have come back to me and, you know, they had brought their daughter to the show, just drug her out there because they were trying to make it a family sport with the little boy, and now she wants to be a monster truck driver. They designed it, looked at it, said this is too cute to put a guy in.
I also heard not only do you race monster trucks, you've actually won pageants before, right?
I have. I won Miss Collier County, Miss South Florida. I was invited to go to Miss Florida. I've done a lot of different things in my life. You know, I just started this year a nonprofit organization for autistic and Down syndrome kids riding horses. We have 43 students come out to our house, ride horses every week. You know, giving back is all I want to do. You know, that's the best part about this job. The fans here. The fans are so amazing. They come out with their posters and their puff trucks and everything, and you know, you touch their lives in so many different ways. It's awesome.
That's so amazing. So you're gorgeous, you're philanthropic. That's awesome. You're an inspiration for all young girls.
Thank you.
It was lovely to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Thanks.
Good luck.
Thank you.
I am getting into the passenger side of a monster truck, okay, an actual monster truck. I'm a little nervous, but I trust my driver. I needed a ladder to get in. How big are these wheels?
These wheels are 66 inches tall.
66 inches tall.
43 inches wide.
43 inches wide.
Yeah. Weigh about 800 pounds apiece.
Jeez. This is actually the first time I've ever been in this stadium. Who would have known? My first time here would be riding a monster truck. Okay, I'll wait for my ladder. It's kind of far to jump. Look at how high up I am. It's crazy. They're bringing me a ladder. There's no way I'm jumping down. I think I would hurt myself. Woo! Officially rode my first monster truck. Super fun times. And we're here now well-known monster truck drivers. So Dennis, tell me, how'd you get started? How long have you been driving?
I've been driving 29 years. We got a few more months. I'll be going into my 30th. And I just started out as a teenage kid. I always loved tractors, big tires, and trucks. And I kind of combined them both together a long time ago. And I took these big tractor tires, put them on this old Army truck with a truck cab on it. And I took a can of spray paint and put Gravedigger on the side of the truck and went out and we had a grudge match between me and a bunch of my buddies. And I was the toughest man in the woods, the toughest man in the mud hole, and I could tug a war you and drag you backwards, you know. So that's where Gravedigger started.
What's been your favorite part so far tonight?
The racing when Dennis Anderson and Gravedigger won, and it was just amazing how he flew by everyone, got the fastest lap time, and just won it.
And we fill these stadiums up, and people love that truck. They love that truck, and I don't even know what to say, man. I'm still humbled, you know, even though I'm a superstar in the monster truck lane. It's because of my fans. My fans are the ones that made me. I did not come from money. You know, I honestly started from junk, you know, from $750 to here we are at $250,000, and I have 9 teams on the road now because of my fans, you know. And when I thank them at the end of all of my nights in Monster Jam, I thank them for every nut and bolt on my truck and every shingle on my roof. I truly do mean that.
To admit, we have a little bit of everything here in Central Florida. I never thought they'd be able to fill the stadium to capacity with fans who want to see monster trucks.
They drive up from Polk County.
Oh, there go all of our Polk County viewers.
To both of you, I'm very sorry. I was just kidding. Now, last week, we covered the christening and inaugural voyage of Disney Cruise Line's newest ship, the Disney Dream, and it recently made another voyage, but this time it was a benefit preview cruise, which brought together community leaders and invited guests to help raise $750,000 for Boys and Girls Clubs of Central Florida.
Disney Friends for Change took over Castaway Key for a special Paint Fest project. Friends for Change is a multi-platform initiative that empowers kids and encourages them to help the planet.
And when it's completed, 24 individual hand-painted panels will fit together to form an 8-foot by 9-foot mural, which states, "Real friends plus real action equals real change."
The mural will be donated to a Boys and Girls Club in Central Florida to inspire children to continue to make a difference for our planet.
And several Disney Channel stars were working on the project alongside the children. Disney Cruise Line volunteers were there, and also Mickey Mouse himself.
Let's watch as Sunny with a Chance stars Allison Ashley Arm, Brandon Michael Smith, and Doug Brochu tell us more about the project.
Well, today we're here as Friends for Change, getting together with the Boys and Girls Club, and we are painting an eco-friendly mural.
We're out here sending a positive message to younger youth by painting a mural, sending back positive impact to be involved in your community.
Well, this painting is a series of paintings that are all going to be put together for a big mural that's going to be put up at Boys and Girls Club.
Put together with all the other pieces, they make a vast, meaningful thing. I mean, it works the same way with Friends for Change, as in if you are one individual person, yes, you can make a difference. But if you and your friends all come together, you can make a much larger impact.
And what's really great about it is we're using eco-friendly materials, the paint's water-based, and we're going to wash the brushes later.
But then now we're putting it all together so we can see kind of the big picture. So it's really talking about like the big picture with the world and everything.
The mural is all different colors. It has many bright colors which sends a positive message back to people to be young, bright, and intelligent.
I hope that when people look at it, they'll remember the time that Friends for Change got together with the Boys and Girls Club.
All right, Jess, so imagine you're out shopping, right? And then all of a sudden, music starts blasting through the sound system and fellow shoppers start to burst into choreographed dance moves.
Well, that's what happened last Saturday at the mall at Millenia in Orlando. The Flash Mob was held to celebrate tourism in the City Beautiful. Let's take a look at part of their official video.
The sun will come out tomorrow. Bet your bottom dollar that tomorrow they'll be soon. Tomorrow, I love you. Tomorrow, you're always a day away.
Orlando, Florida. Welcome to Orlando, Florida. Welcome to Orlando, Florida. Welcome.
Good time with you, I'm telling you.
Hello there, Cheetah Hunt with your game day weather. Central Florida, we have sacked cold weather. Today will be a touchdown day with a gorgeous 79 degrees and only a minuscule 40% chance of rain. Friday will take the W with a gorgeous 72 degrees and only a slight chance of rain. Saturday, we'll have the home field advantage with a gorgeous 73 degrees. Sunday, we could go all the way to a beautiful 76 degrees. Monday, to celebrate, we'll be showered in Gatorade. I mean water. And the rest of the week will be in the 70s and a little bit wet. I'd bring your ponchos if I were you. Have a great game day week, folks.
Hey, thanks JD for another great weather report. And let me tell you something, guys. You might not know this. JD actually, he researches all of the weather reports each week, and he also writes his own script, man. He's a special kid. Nice job, buddy.
Yeah, and I bet he likes roller coasters too, like the new one coming to Busch Gardens in Tampa. They're introducing a new breed of speed. Their upcoming new Cheetah Hunt roller coaster is designed to celebrate the spirit of the cheetah.
And Attractions Magazine contributor Don has brought us an update on the project.
A large part of the track is now in place, and it's looking quite impressive. The track features an elevated figure 8 design. It's near the Moroccan Palace Theater, and it'll tower over what'll be the Cheetah Hunt boarding station.
After traveling in the Edge of Africa area of the Serengeti, it will return to Cheetah Hunt Station, where it appears it's going to have a few terrain-hugging elements. The track itself will go down into the trenches.
That looks like a very clever design, not to mention a fun ride. The multi-launch roller coaster is scheduled to open this spring, and I might have to be the first in line for this one.
You know, you can actually see a point-of-view ride on the coaster by clicking on the video at the end of Don's article on our website. Just search for Cheetah Hunt. And Don, thanks, buddy. Great update, man.
For easy vacation planning, go to visitkissimmee.com.
It looks like it's going to be another great summer of entertainment at Epcot this year. They've just announced their lineup for the Flower Power concert series held during the Flower and Garden Festival. Yeah, beginning March 2nd, audiences at the America Gardens Theater will get to renew their dancing fever with music from the 60s, 70s, and 80s. This year's lineup includes Jose Feliciano, The Guess Who, Chubby Checker, Melissa Manchester, Starship, and Marilyn McCoo with Billy Davis Jr. And of course, we can't forget your favorite, Juice Newton. I do love Juice Newton. Right, Davy Jones, and a tribute to Ricky Nelson by his sons. And it wouldn't be a Flower Power concert without Paul Revere and the Raiders, and of course, Herman's Hermits, starring Peter Noon. The concert series will be running through May 15th on Friday, Saturday, and Sundays, and it's included with regular park admission. Pretty good deal. Yeah, man. Over at Busch Gardens, their Real Music series is already underway. Debbie Reynolds is there now through this Saturday. She's known best for her performances in Singin' in the Rain, The Unsinkable Molly Brown, and the TV series Will and Grace. And the following weeks will feature Paul Revere and the Raiders, The Ventures, Herman's Hermits, The Fifth Dimension, the Osmond Brothers, Tony Orlando, and Charo will end the season on March 26th. I know she's your favorite, Greg. Coochie, coochie, coo, baby. Now, several of those names sure sound familiar. Yeah, but while we're talking about concert series, there's been a change at Universal's Mardi Gras lineup. 30 Seconds to Mars, originally scheduled for March 19th, will now perform on April 23rd. I'm going to be there. And Roots, the house band for Late Night with Jimmy Fallon on NBC, will be performing on the March 19th date. And I will definitely be there. And Mardi Gras runs from February 12th to April 23rd, so you can see the updated schedule on our website. Busch Gardens now has a new blog just for their Tampa park. The blog will feature stories from all areas of the park, and they'll be giving behind-the-scenes information and other unique content that can't be found elsewhere online.
And the blog will also showcase featured authors from other websites such as Orlando Attractions Magazine.
That's a quality publication.
Mm-hmm, it is.
Visit them at buschgardenstampablog.com.
And speaking of the magazine, for those of you that are already subscribers of Orlando Attractions Magazine, you guys know, man, there are always great stories about the area attractions, upcoming events, and you know what, most importantly, just great information.
If you're not already a subscriber, you can remedy that by going on our website, clicking to order your copy, and subscribe.
And certainly the easiest way to get your copies is by subscribing, but if you prefer, you can pick up the current winter edition in major bookstores nationwide or order it in our free iPad app.
Any way you choose, you'll find it's the perfect guide for those of you who like to visit Central Florida.
And visiting Walt Disney World this week are the Chilean miners who were trapped underground for 69 days.
The miners, their rescuers, and families were presented with a week's vacation at Disney World with all the trimmings.
And on Monday afternoon, they served as grand marshals of a special parade at the Magic Kingdom.
The rest of their stay was spent at all 4 parks enjoying a special character dinner and special food prepared by Disney chefs.
Oh yeah, and spending the $500 gift card each family was given.
What a great opportunity for them to relax and have some fun with their families.
Mm-hmm. Universal Orlando played host last weekend for the 30th running of the Dick Bachelor 5K race, and you know the event raises money for several children's charities.
About 1,800 participants showed up to run through City Walk, Islands of Adventure, and Universal Studios. And as usual, Attractions Magazine contributor Don was there with his running shoes on and his camera in hand.
Gonna make it fast.
In 3, 2, 1.
Man, that guy is everywhere, isn't he?
I know.
Jeez. Now, you know, Don not only helped us cover the race, he also stopped by downtown Disney to bring us an update on the construction project to convert Pleasure Island into Hyperion Wharf.
So far, they're tearing down 2 of the former nightclubs to make way for a lakeside park area. Let's take a look at Don's report.
Carriages in Flight provides a great way to watch Pleasure Island be transformed into the Hyperion Wharf.
Reading through the many comments on our shows is one of the highlights of the week for us. We always look forward to hearing from you.
That's right, and like this one, let's see here, we've got a new fan actually. John Dyla, He said, just started watching the show on YouTube, and we are already huge fans. Love the format, hosts and reporters, very professional and informative, yet friendly. Thanks, man. Just want to hang out with all of you guys. You can buy me a beer anytime, buddy. The show keeps us going here in cold and snowy New Jersey as we count the days till our next Florida vacation. Love the magazine, too. Been a subscriber for years. The show's just icing on the cake. Any inside scoop on Legoland? Well, thank you very much, John, first of all, for the glowing remarks. And the latest news we have on Legoland was reported last week on episode 9, and it showed some life-size sculptures arriving at the park. And you can actually see the complete video. Just go to attractionsmagazine.com and just search for Legoland, Florida.
And from North Carolina, Jimmy Parker wrote, "Hey, I love the show. It is my favorite. You all rock, and I love Disney, Universal, and all the others. I've been to them all." Well, Jimmy, you're just like us. Glad to have you on board.
Yeah, man, and what else do we have here? Always love your show, comments Buzzy Carroll. So informative and interesting. Love the hosts. They always do a great job. Keep up the good work. Looking forward to next week's show. Well, thank you very much, Buzzy Carroll. We look forward to hearing from you again.
We've also begun to get comments from the younger set who really like that we added a teen reporter to our show.
That's right. Now, one of our young fans, Bart Suds 99, he actually said, "I really enjoy the show. It's so amazing. If it was on TV, I would watch it more than shows like Glee, The Cleveland Show, George Lopez, and Modern Family." That puts us in some pretty awesome company, I would say.
It.
Now, listen to this. Here, Bart Suds 99 also says, "I think Jessica is so pretty."
Aw, thank you.
How about that? He also likes JD Tressel, said JD's pretty cool. He also hopes to see us on the Disney Dream in August 2011.
Well, Bart Suds 99, I don't know if we'll be on the Dream, but we sure are glad that you're enjoying our show, and thanks for the compliment.
Very nice, huh? Now, as always, we want to thank you for taking the time to send us your comments. We enjoy hearing from you, and if you watch through iTunes, how about maybe writing us a review on the show on the iTunes store?
Now, Greg, have you ever had a friend who's never been to the theme parks in Orlando and you try to explain what one of the attractions is like?
I know exactly what you're talking about. You know, for instance, the great movie ride, Hollywood Studios.
You know, it's not really a ride, it's not a show, it's not a movie, it's a, help me out here. How would you describe the attraction as someone who's never seen it before?
Well, that's what cast members are faced with every single day, and sometimes it can be kind of funny.
We came across a video that's like an exaggerated composite of the questions that are posed to cast members. Here's a shortened version. Roll it, JS.
Welcome to the Great Movie Ride.
Is this a ride?
Yes. This is the Great Movie Ride. It's a ride through scenes from some of the most famous movies of all time.
So it's a movie?
No. It's a ride. A ride about famous movies.
What movie is it?
It's not a movie. It's a ride through scenes from famous movies. You board a vehicle and ride through dimensional recreations of scenes from Casablanca, The Wizard of Oz, and many others.
So, it's a 3D movie?
No. You ride through sets and see audio and animatronic figures of John Wayne, James Cagney, and many other famous stars.
I see. So it's not a ride.
It is a ride. It is the Great Movie Ride.
So, it's a roller coaster?
No. It's a slow-moving tram ride through scenes from famous movies.
Does it go fast?
No. It does not go fast, because it is a slow-moving tram ride.
When does the show start?
It's a ride. It loads continually.
But when is the show time?
There is no show time. It's a ride.
Well, listen, thanks guys for tuning in to another broadcast of Orlando Attractions Magazine, the show. And of course, we'd like to thank our friends at the Kissimmee Convention and Visitors Bureau for sponsoring this week's broadcast.
Now, there are several ways you can see our show and follow our news reports. On YouTube in HD.
Or on iTunes, where you can subscribe.
On Twitter at Attractions.
On Facebook.com/AttractionsMagazine.
And, of course, at AttractionsMagazine.com, where you can get more information on the stories we highlight on our show and much more.
Guys, we had a great time with you today. And from all of us here at Orlando Attractions Magazine, the show,
have fun! Gross whenever I film anything. It's like I'm sweaty and I'm greasy. I'm the nastiest person ever.
They can't tell that we're sweaty and greasy.
Here we go.
Okay.
On that note.
In 3, 2,